Hello guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood pack maker. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to make a custom sky background for your texture pack. And note that you will not be able to do this on mobile. You can do solid colored backgrounds, but nothing like this custom background or like sky that I found on the internet. Because the programs that I'm going to use only work for PC. To make a sky, you'll need three things. First of all, you'll need a sky, obviously. Secondly, you need this Cube the Sphere program, which I'm having a very hard time finding a download link, so I'll just maybe give you a zip file with the installer in it. And you'll also need paint.net. You can use the free version or you can just buy it because it's a pretty cool program, but the free version will be more than just enough. And yeah, that's about it. Alright, so step one in making a custom background is you're gonna go into the environment folder in your pack. If you're using the default Minecraft vanilla resource pack, that's just gonna be in the same folder, just textures, environment, and you're gonna make a new folder called overworld cubemap. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna rename your image that you want to use for the background into cubemap. The extension doesn't matter, just change the image and rename it to cubemap. That's gonna be way easier later on when you're gonna have to rename stuff. Next step is you're gonna click on open on Cube the Sphere and get the background that you're gonna use for the sky. Let me just go in here. There we go. This is it. You're gonna open it. That's what it's gonna look like. Now you're gonna choose a resolution to use for your background. Now note that if you're using a 4K image, which I recommend because that usually works the best, because the program has to make these huge squares, and it has to sometimes duplicate pixels if you choose a too high of a resolution. If you have a 2K image, don't choose this 2048 resolution. You can choose the 1024, but only sometimes if it's like a really simple image and doesn't have like all these lines and stuff. Otherwise, I would recommend 512. That's also usually the best for FPS wise. It's not gonna lag your device too much, especially for mobile devices. If you make it too high of a resolution sky, then it's gonna lag the players too much and they're gonna have to turn off the sky. You can also choose a custom resolution, but I don't recommend it because sometimes when Cube the Sphere does the squares, it has like white lines on the edges because it can't render that much, so I just recommend to keep it one of these set default options. Next, you're gonna click on File again and you're gonna click on Extract All. And now you're gonna let Cube the Sphere just render every single square of the background. Alright, there we go. Cube the Sphere is now done. You can now close this up, and here you go. Here are your 6 squares. If there's one square missing, you're gonna have to delete all these, or what you can do, you can just open Cube the Sphere again, and when you click on File, you can choose one specific square that it should render. So if one is missing, you can just always render one specifically again, or if one has like a render mistake or something, like huge white lines or something, you can just render that one again. Now we have our 6 backgrounds. You will notice that there are 3 images that just don't look quite right. This one, which has a clear line going through the middle of the image. You have this one, which is like all like centered or something. This is normal, by the way, in skies, but it has also a slight line moving downwards. And you have this one, which has a line going upwards. Now you don't want to have these lines, but this is where paint.net comes into play. So you're gonna open these all with paint.net. Let's just open these all with paint.net. There we go. Now what I'm about to do requires a lot of precision. If you do something incorrectly, it can just ruin your entire sky. So pay very close attention. If you want, you can just slow the video down or on every single effect that I click. I'm gonna say which effect I'm using just so you know what I'm doing, but if you want, you can also just slow it down to know where everything is on the screen. Okay, so first of all, you're gonna click on rectangle select, and you're gonna zoom in quite a bit, and you're gonna make sure that you choose the right half of the image where the line goes down. Just the right half. Don't choose the left half, the right half. There we go. Now we've got that selected, you're gonna click on copy. You're gonna go down here and click on add a new layer, paste. You're gonna click on layers up here, not image, layers. Flip horizontally, paste again, and now it looks like this. Now you're gonna move this layer, so you're gonna click your mouse and drag it down, and you're gonna click on the bottom image. Now you're gonna go on eraser. You're gonna choose a pretty big brush width. 100 is good. If you have a higher resolution image, higher is obviously better. Yeah, I'm gonna choose this. You're gonna put the hardness all the way down, and you're gonna have these two things on. You're gonna have anti-aliasing enabled and anti-aliasing selection quality on. Now you're gonna zoom in again because this line is just barely visible on my screen. It's pretty bright in my room. Now you're gonna just click on the eraser and just slightly go over the line. Just slowly go over it, and you can just move up and down too if you want. There, just slowly do that. Now the line is just entirely gone. You cannot see any sign of a line anymore. So that was the simple part. Now you can also click on merge layer down. You can also just do that later when you're done with every single image. Just do it now because sometimes I forget, and when you want to save these up, it saves it as a PDN. PDNs, they won't work. They don't work as backgrounds. Only PNGs work. And at this point, you might be asking, well, why are these called BMPs? You're gonna rename these later, so don't worry. Don't rename them now. We're gonna rename them later. We'll do that later. That's unimportant right now. Okay, so now we're here on the second image, and you're gonna do the same thing that we did with the first image. You're gonna again select half of the image from the line that you can see in the middle. Then click on copy, make a new layer, paste it, flip horizontally, paste again, move down, click on the top one, deselect, eraser, and erase. Boom. Now this one, I'm doing this a bit faster just for the tutorial. You can obviously take more time to do it. You can also turn the eraser like way up and like make sure that you do it like really well. Like you can make like the slightest change. Like if you want a really good fade, then the higher you go, the better the fade is gonna look. But this since this is black on black, it doesn't really matter that much. Also, a machine just turned on, which I do not appreciate. I'm recording a YouTube video, SMH, priorities first. Okay, so now the line is completely gone. Again, like if you can also use like a really small eraser, and try to make the line really thin. Thin lines do not look good, believe me. Like look at how bad it looks. Thin lines don't look good. I recommend don't go too high and don't go too low on your width. Choose something good in between. And don't waste too much time on this, by the way, because this is not gonna look the best either way. So you don't have to worry about like perfecting every single pixel or stuff. Don't go crazy over this. Just a Minecraft sky. Okay, so now we're on the last image. Again, you're gonna choose one half of it, the right half. You're gonna select it with your square selection. You're gonna click on copy, create a new layer, paste, merge, and flip horizontally, and paste again. Drag down, click on the top one, deselect, eraser, and erase. And boom, that already was it, I think. Yeah, that already was it. Okay, epic. Okay, so now you have all the annoying skies with lines done. But you can't just like have these in here. You're gonna have to paste these in the overworld cube map folder. Just like drag these on here, or copy and paste these in here. There we go. Now they're all in the overall cubemap folder. Now I wish we were done, but we're not done. In fact, the hard part is coming. You're gonna have to rename these into numbers and also change the BMP to PNG. So first of all, I'm gonna in the pinned comment below, I'm gonna have what numbers every single name has to have. So right is gonna be 1, front is 0. Back is 2, if I'm not mistaken. Then left is 3. Top is 4, bottom is 5, if I'm correct. But let's start with front. Let's change this to 0.png. Click on yes, because we want to change that. Right is gonna be 0.1 png. Yes, and then back is gonna be 2.png. Yes. Left is gonna be 3.png. and now it's just gonna be the bottom one, which is gonna be 5.png, and the top is gonna be 4.png. 4.png. Alright, now I'm gonna be done with the sky. I'm gonna show you what it looks like in Minecraft. But there's one more thing that I want to show you, which is how to make some skies that are a bit more complicated, because of like how Cube the Sphere rendered it. So right here I have an image from a sky, which it looks terrible, more than just terrible. Like you have this like line going down here, and like in images like these where it's graphics and it isn't clouds, and I can show you right now. If you were to erase this with an eraser, it wouldn't look that great. It could still look nice, but the thing is that some other colors will like merge over, and it's just not gonna look fantastic. You can do it, don't get me wrong, you can do it, but it's not gonna look fantastic. It's not gonna become the best image that possibly could become. Now I'm gonna show you what I did. This is the result that I have. As you can see right here, this is like basically the perfect image, the perfect equivalent. Let me just open this up in Paint. Actually, it doesn't allow this file. Let me just click on copy, new, click on OK, paste. There we go. Now I have them both in here. Now you can see. Hang on. Boom. You can see that this one is basically perfect. This one is imperfect. Disgusting. Ew. Now what I did is I took paintbrush. I clicked on the color, and I'm gonna set it way lower. This is way too big. And I just basically went over all the mistakes in it. And I also with the paintbrush, I chose. You can choose any resolution as long as you have anti-aliasing enabled and selection quality enabled, because that creates this like blur when drawing a line. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. There we go. It creates a blur when making a line, and that makes it look natural in this image. Now this blur is a bit too big. I'm gonna go down a bit. Because the hardness is all the way up, all the way down. I mean, now I think it should be. It's a bit better. This is not the best, obviously. I worked with a way smaller paintbrush. That's why it's way sharper on the other image. But that's basically what I did. I just covered all this up manually. This is a lot of work, especially on Paint. But it's definitely more than just worth it. I can just like hang on. Let me just select this stuff real quick and just. Okay, so as you can see here, I made a very good transition now with the paintbrush. I did it a bit different right here, but still this looks pretty good. Same thing with all this other stuff. I just like covered it up with the color. And yeah, no, it took about 30 minutes, but you can, like, if you take your time, you can make the background look very good if it doesn't look nice. So yeah, that's how to like make these ugly lines right here into something a bit more pretty. But yeah, guys, that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do smash a like and subscribe, because I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.